All right, y'all, you see my hoe cake pan is up here on top of the stove, so you're probably thinking she might be making hoe cakes. Well, I am. I'm not making the kind that my mommy taught me to make using just plain cornmeal, water, and salt. I'm going to make the kind that we served at the restaurant. And while I was out working, they took hoe cakes off of our menu because it was creating too much grease on the floor, because we cooked the hoe cakes actually on the floor so that people could see the process. And they're just so good. So good. In fact, I was down there the other day for a meeting, and Nita was there. That Nita knows she can cook a hoe cake like nobody else. And I wish we'd have thought to have invited her out here today to cook these hoe cakes, because she is so bossy. And there's one way to do it, and that's Nita's way to do it. I love her to pieces. All right, so I sprayed my hoe cake pan because I don't want these to stick. And what we're going to do here is add self-rising flour. All right, and I want y'all to make sure you understand what I'm saying with this. This is a self-rising cornmeal mix. It's a cornmeal mix. And do we have the bag, Teresa, so I could show everybody? Oh, you did. I don't know if I have a bag. It may be in the refrigerator if I have one. I like to keep it there so it'll stay fresh. All righty. Oh, yay. I'd love to show everybody. Thank you. This is what makes good cornbread. And it's a buttermilk cornmeal mix. And I don't know a soul at Martha White. So I'm not pushing them, but I do like the cornmeal mix, because there is a difference between cornmeal and cornmeal mix. And that's what I'm using. All right, so I'm going to add 2 eggs, a little bit of sugar, while our pan's heating. I don't know if I've got that. You want your pan pretty hot. And
I love that pan.
Huh?
I love that pan.
I do too. It's old. And you know, the thing about cast iron is it lasts forever. You know, it really does. And it takes very little care. When I use my hoe cake pans, after I've run it under real hot water, I put it back on the stove and turn on the light to dry that out so that no moisture stays in it. And then I grease it down again. Put a little grease. All right, I've got my buttermilk, 1 cup of buttermilk. I'm going to add this kind of slow till I get my eggs beat up real good. And you want to use enough oil, y'all, for these to actually fry in that. So I may need to add a little bit more. I don't know, but I'll see. We're going to let that get hot. So anyway, I was in a meeting downtown the other day, and Nita was there. And we were having our meeting down in the basement, and Nita walks in with a big old platter of hoe cakes. Oh my gosh, we jumped on those things. They were out of this world. You know, Nita loves to cook. She enjoys that so much. She knows she's very good at it and very comfortable. All right, so we just want to Get that mixed up good. Now we're going to add a little water, like fourth or third of a cup. And it's so funny, and I still don't understand it to this day, but like the paper thin lace hoe cakes, I mean, it's just a real thin layer that I would put in that pan. And the consistency is almost water. They take forever to cook. But now these big, fat, self-rising ones, they just cook in no time. And I don't understand that because they're so much thicker. Maybe a scientist could explain that to me. A little bit more water. Let's see it. It actually calls for a third of a cup plus 1 tablespoon. All right, I'm going to add the rest of that sugar now. And that looks like the right consistency to me. And I would like for that to sit for a little while and let all the ingredients meld together while that's heating up. All right. We'll spray that a little bit so that it will slide off onto our pan. All right, y'all. My pan is a-smoking. So, you may have to throw the first one out until you get your pan right. But you see, I put enough oil for that to fry in that oil. And I think we're going to have this just about perfect at heat. We will see. See, it's important that have enough oil in it for it to sizzle and get that crispy edge. And I just kind of play with them and shift them around so that everybody gets their fair share of heat. And that one's ready to flip. Look at that. That is a hoe cake. Now I'm going to try to turn this one around so that outside can get some heat. And you'll have to continually add oil to your hoe cakes. And I just add a little bit at the time. Wowie kabowie. I think Nita would approve. What y'all think? Teresa, look at these hoe cakes.
They look gorgeous.
Don't they look gorgeous?
I think Nita would be good.
I think she would approve. Like I said, you want to just keep making sure, rotate them the best you can. And I think I'm going to turn off the fire now. Now, when we first started serving hoe cakes at the restaurant, you see how I did this? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I was wondering where y'all's were.
Y'all see how I did that? We serve this along with cane syrup. We put cane syrup on all the tables. And cane syrup, y'all, is really, really appreciated in the South. And I remember as a girl going to some cousin or somebody's house, and I saw what would it have been? A donkey?
Grinding.
No, that was cooking the syrup. And that horse or donkey, whatever it was, he just walked in circles until the syrup was done.
I love sugar cane. Did you ever choose sugar cane?
Oh my gosh, that's one of the ways that Grandma kept Trina and I shut up, because she'd send us out of the restaurant kitchen with a big old chunk of sugar cane, and we'd chew it, get all the sugar out, spit it out, chew some more. Yes. So what would y'all like on y'all's?
I'm good with just that.
Just this? How about you, Eddie?
I think I'm gonna find me some apple butter or
okay.
sweet potato butter.
Well, put that camera down and find what you want, and then we'll come back and sample it for everybody. All right, y'all, the three of us have picked our poison. This is incredible. It's our sweet potato butter. Whoa! What you doing? You having your own party?
No.
And we used to put it on every table that came into Paula Deen's family kitchen, but we went through it so fast. And people would, put the jar in their purse, because they loved it so. And so we had to stop because we couldn't get enough of it. Now, Teresa has chosen cane syrup, and I choose sugar-free because I like the sugar-free. I think it's good, and I just like it. Okay, so y'all choose. We'll give Eddie the big one because he's the man. We'll give Teresa. We laugh and say that cane syrup will put hair on your chest.
It's got such a great flavor.
It does.
If you haven't tried it, you need to.
Oh, I can see that donkey.
I like it on pancakes too.
Look at this. Look at this syrup. Now, I'm not pushing this brand either, but 10 calories. 10 calories.
200 calories.
I know. How's your apple butter, Eddie?
Sweet
potato butter.
Good, really good.
Teresa, how's yours?
So good. I forgot how much I like. I miss hoe cakes.
Well, you need some more syrup on that. I like mine dripping. Now, this is so good to eat sweet. In fact, a lot of people that came into the restaurant, they would save their hoe cake for dessert and have hoe cake and syrup, and that was his sweet ending.
Yeah, it was confusing. I think the first time I had gone in and they came out and put a hoe cake in front of you at the very beginning. It was a nice treat.
Yes. Lots of times I was the hoe and biscuit lady. And I'd bring it to all the tables. Because a lot of people didn't know what a hoe cake was.
So good.
And I did a show out at, oh gosh, what's the name of that? Fort Pulaski. And I understand the reason how it got the name hoe cake was that field hands would actually come in, build a fire, and cook their cornbread on a hoe. So we went out to Fort Pulaski and I cooked hoe cakes on a shovel. And they were delicious. Just delicious. Who's ready for me to cook another one? We are. Y'all must try this. And if you don't have a hoe cake pan, you can cook it in a regular frying pan. I just like that it's... Okay, y'all gonna have to excuse us for a minute.
We need to eat.
Because we got to eat some mo. Love and best dishes, y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.